Hello and welcome everyone, my name is Chill Gaming. Welcome to Factorio Space Age. This is episode 3 of my gameplay, and we left the last episode in episode 2 talking about where we were going to expand outwards and put all of this stuff about. It's all been redesigned. I've discovered the blueprints from other people and I've tried using different ones, and I don't know if it's a good idea to use other blueprints or just build your own and figure it all out. I mean, in most games that is the latter, but I thought I'd try it on this because I didn't want to reinvent the wheel. So I'm now going to take you through how far I've got to and all the problems that are associated with it. As you can see, I've torn it all down and I've left the miners there, and I started to put down a little mining area with copper plates and the new look blueprint. I can't remember the guy that made them, but this is his blueprint. And I mean this, because this is the early stage of it. Later on you'll see that these worked well up until a research beacon. But more about that as I get to it. So the plan would be now is to just rebuild all what we had, but better. Okay, here we have got the new electric miners set up. So you've got the stone and the 2 iron plates. The miners are here, and I can't get enough. Eventually you'll see I won't be able to get enough. This is the new steel array. That's off the same principle, it's just changed to steel. I've upgraded the copper coils, and I've also done the copper plates over that side. Down here is the maul. There's yet another blueprint from somebody else. And the biggest problem with this that I could find is, let's go over this side here where it kind of grabs the sides of everything. I mean, it might be in a later save. What it does is it grabs, so you imagine where it comes out here, it has it coming straight into a tunnel. It'll come out of this straight into a tunnel here, and then that'll go across. Now sometimes it works, other times I've had to do it like I've done it here. This originally had that, but what I've had to do is manually put it in for a tunnel with a bend, because it's weird. I don't fully understand whether it's a bug that's known or anything, because you've got one here, there we go. So that splitter is putting straight into this tunnel, and it works on this one. But I had it on this one and it would not work, no matter what I did. So yeah, kind of irritating, but it's one of the little gripes, I suppose, that's in the game. Like I say, I'm fairly new to it, so and I discovered that when you want to join 2 full belts like this and this, if you put one on one side, little tip for you this, and one on the other side, no matter what it is, and a straight line down the middle. Yeah, so if you build your belts so you have, I don't know, whatever it is coming in there, whatever it is coming in here, and then do a line down the middle, it will evenly put them on one side and then the other. So whatever's on this side appears on the left, and whatever's on this side appears on the right. It's something I didn't realise, because I thought that splitters would do it for you, because in splitters you can go into them and you can select left or right side and you can tell it what you want. Now from my experience, and if I'm doing this wrong someone can say, now if I had a mixed belt, so let's go and find something that's on a mixed belt. There you go. So say stone and the blocks have been made. Now let's say I wanted only blocks to go across here as it was needed. And then out of the splitter, say this one here, so I wanted stone blocks to only come this way, let's say, and then I wanted down this channel, go through the tunnel here, both of them to come out this side. But I wanted to filter just one type this way. Now it'll filter one type, no problem. But out of this side, if you filtered, let's say, stone to come out the right, stone would come out of the splitter this side. Out of this side, it won't have any filter or preference on it. You'd only get the raw stone. You won't get the concrete blocks. It's bizarre. No matter what I do, it won't change this. So unless I'm missing something, yeah, another quirk. So what I've done here is, as I say, this isn't attached yet. Not doing a lot. But it's really to show you the mall and how far we got on this here. I mean, this is only going to be temporary till we get lots more research done, and it's just basically filling a stopgap so we can quickly get materials and stuff that we need to build them, etc. You know. With regards to the enemies, I think they're on one of these islands somewhere. I can't remember when I've generated. I think it's one of these islands that's got them on. But I'm not having huge amounts of enemies because I wanted to get to grips with the games. On another playthrough, I'll probably turn up the enemies and see what the hell I've missed by not putting lots of turrets down. But that's where we've got to with it at the moment. So now I'm going to progress even further on the research. Let's just have a look to show you what we've done on the research. So, the oil processing, obviously. We've got lubricant. We've got the blue that we can do. What else is there? We've got the rocket silo's been done. The nuclear power, we've got to figure all of that stuff out yet. And all of this, the construction robots. I don't know, I understand how it all works, but we've got to have a play with that at some stage when I'm a bit more happy with the build. Now it's really just to progress on, and the things we want to research is the fuel processing, the beacon. I've heard a lot of good stuff about those. It speeds everything up apparently. The elevated rails, well, that'll be handy. The blue logistics, I'd really like to get automation, but Christ, look how much it costs, 500. That will probably be later. And obviously get this space platform kind of built, not necessarily launched, but built. We're ready to rock and roll on that. Okay, as you can see, I've expanded the green circuits a little bit. The reds as it was, and the oil field has been redone. I've left these blue ghosts here just so I can expand if I want to, but this will probably have to be redone at some stage. And you've got down here the sulfuric stuff being made, and the batteries expanded a little, and the blue circuits. And it's good on this blueprint because there's buildings here that I haven't researched the item that needs to be produced in it. As you can see, it's expanded down a little bit more, and we'll keep going down with it till we've completed most of it. What else is it that's happened since last stage? So down here we're making these electric, I think they're electric motors, aren't they? These things. Electric engine. The robots, construction things, were started making. I've got to kind of try and figure out how they work. We've also got the beacons, so we've researched a bit more. So we've got the elevated rails, the blue conveyors. Actually, the blue conveyors that's already researched. So we've got to literally now start doing this automation at some stage and get the space platform at least built. What else is there? Because this should now be producing blue conveyors, and it is. Christ, are they hungry? They need a lot of the red conveyor belts, so I've got some upgrading to do. I've done a little bit of it, as you can see on the blue ones here. The rest is predominantly the same, but because I've now got beacons, this will all start to change. Not them all necessarily, but the circuits, the plates, the coils, all that kind of stuff, and even maybe the oil. It'll probably start to transition to being more beacon. So that's where we've got to at the moment. So I'm going to carry on doing that. I want to beacon this as well, and I will try and do some of my own design. To be honest with you, try and figure bits out. It's probably the best way to go. Yeah, there's where we've got to the moment. Okay, as promised, here's my own design. This is. It's not what anyone's done. It's my own thought on this. So if you click on the factory, you can see that it says crafting speed and some number, 187%. and 6 beacons. Now obviously I think the more of these you have, the less you get. I think that's how it works. And they've got modules on, so I've only got level 1 modules. So you can see these are speed modules, and it's the same in the factory. I don't know whether to use the red, which gives you, I think, more production. I don't know the best way to go about this. I think you have to play and see what works. Now the speed really works well on this, but the downside is, with the blue one, is you get energy consumption plus 50%. So later on you'll see the major issues I'm getting with power because everything's blue, and you know you end up using these on an awful lot of stuff, these beacons. So we've got issues there because I still don't. You'll see at the end of this. I'll show you as far as I've got. I still haven't got nuclear power done. I've got to figure that one out, and yeah, it's interesting. So, but I just thought I'd show you these beacons because this is kind of how you got to do it. You're kind of trying to optimize. I've got everything coming in under tunnels and then just quickly going into the relevant factory to try and maximize the space of how many of these you can put down. I'm getting 187% more. Now, obviously, it could probably be more, but that'll do me for now. It's an experimentation, and it just feeds into this mall. The next stage will be to do the greens, and you'll see you use less of the factories but get more of the product. It's interesting how these beacons work, but the beacons, I think, yeah, look how much consumption, 480 kilowatts each one. So if I click power, you can see I'm using 8.6 megawatts just in beacons alone, and only in all my factories that I've got down 1.5. This is going to blow everything away, as well as these electric furnaces. Look how much they use. So it's a matter of beaconing these to lessen the amount, so thereby you'll reduce this, but this will go right up. You can see I've got 125 megajoules because I think on this, did I redesign it? No, I've redesigned this in a later one. I'll show you it. I've done the solar panels again using another blueprint because, well, why not? No, someone's laid out an efficient solar panel farm, then it's best to just use it, isn't it? Because you aren't going to get any better, I'll take it. But yeah, there's where we've got to with it at the moment. Okay, right, this is as far as I've got to, and as you can see, I've got automation at 88%. It uses so much to get that. I've got also built here a platform starter pack. And some of these, I've just done a little factory on its own and just got this built. But I obviously can't do anything of it to the silo. Now, you remember the beacons from before on this side? Now you can see the red and the green that I've beaconed. As you can see, I've got a little tiny research outfit here that's just doing purple and using what I've got stored in these containers from the last teardown. I've got to re-put down all the research yet, so that's not operating. You can see here how far I've got with it. So I've got the beacons going down, surrounding everything. It's a similar setup to this. And then up here I've used, I looked at the furnaces and thought, well, is this the way to do it? I didn't do the underground. I could have done, maybe. This might be able to be optimized a bit more. You can see here I've now put in steel. I've also done the copper wire, beaconed that, and I've deleted the electric miners that are up here, and I've stuck a new lot in that are all, you know, partially beaconed. So if I go to the panel, see what we're using, the beacons is now 66.2. Insane. And this has gone down from the megawatts, less as you can see. But my god, it uses so much power. You've got to really kind of delete these to manage your power, because as you can see, these are on the red, which is it increases production, but look at the energy consumption. It's still doing plus 40%, and I didn't know whether to put them in here or just stick in the speed one. So that's 50% and that's 40%. So it might pay to put in here maybe the green ones, which is minus 30%, and kind of maybe put I don't know. It's a real hard one to know what to do with these. I might try one just to see. What does that give you? So again, that's well, that gives you a minus speed, but an extra quality. Well, I don't know about the quality in a minute. I don't really want different quality ones going on the line, so I'm sitting thinking, well, do I edge on the side of, you know, caution, so to speak? If I take some of these off, and we'll see how it works when all the factory aren't in, you know, keep up, because it probably won't. I'll have to change this around. But from my understanding, everyone puts blue on these beacons because it speeds everything up. As you can see, I've also done the blue conveyors a lot more, and I'll show you this in a minute. The new train line, it's basically supplying ores to the conveyor belt that's coming from this mine here to feed these new array. I've just literally started building this beaconed iron plate, and also it's feeding the stones. This is slowly being deleted. And up here I've got expanded the oil. You can now see the oil has changed. I've used somebody else's blueprint, and I'm adapting it to my needs. You can see I'm producing the light, heavy, and the green stuff, the lubricant, and it's being stored in these three. Up here I'm producing solid fuel from light oil, and this is the plastic blocks, whatever they're called, these things, plastic bars. It's going down to supply other things, and down here you've got my sulfur being produced from petroleum. Again, it's beaconed, and that's supplying down here to feed the sulfuric acid production, which is over here. I haven't got enough of these at the minute. I've got to keep on building that up. I've got to beacon this yet, the blue. I've also got to beacon the sulfuric acid and the batteries. But yeah, what I'm doing here is I've enabled this copper line. It's not beaconed at the minute because what's happening, if I press M, see my pollution's going through the roof. This is just telling me I haven't got stuff built. You can see here copper oil is going to run out soon, which is going to shut this lot completely down. What I'm going to try and do is have some plates made here on an array, and then I might just transport them to via a train or something over a rail that goes over this lot to a depot where this is, so it then supplies this, or redesign how the conveyors are getting to the wire. The other option is to just delete all of this copper wire, the production facility, and shove it here so it works off those two. Where's the other copper? Down here. So yeah, it'd pay to put it all here really, and then just redo the conveyors or tunnels so it comes from this side or up, and then the side fed that way. This is the new railway line that I was telling you about. Now, if these three iron ores, as you can see, I've set up one depot here that supplies it, and then it just drops it off here. Eventually there'll be a station here and a station here. I don't know how to fully do this yet, because I did think maybe 2 lines. I don't know how it works, because I don't want to have crashes or anything, because if one's sitting here loading and then the next train wants to say get to the end here and load here, or they want to come back and there's something in the way, might be a 3-line kind of thing. I don't know how it works very well in this game. And then the other thing I've got here, I've obviously got the water over this side now as opposed to down here. And the other thing I've got is a solar panel that I'm going to show you in a moment, array. And also I'll quickly show you while we're here out of this. Come down here, you'll see the insane power usage. So we've still got some more research to do. The firearms, I think it is, the ammunition. Now we've expanded here with the building for steam, the heat pipe. I think this is the nuclear thing, isn't it? Heat exchanger. Oh, that's the nuclear one. That's the centrifuge. That's the nuclear one. Only one of them was. So yeah, we can try and get the hang of this nuclear power. And this here, if you look at this, look at the state of this. I've got some serious steam power issues going on, but when all of this is running and it's short, we run out of power. It's just unreal. I've also changed over, as you can see here, I don't even see it here, but see here, there's the, and they're coming down here as well. This is the solid fuel blocks that will eventually replace the coal. But I can't do it fully because there are certain factories that will not accept solid fuel. They just want coal. So let's run up here and I'll show you this. So we've got another little stone mine here because this is going to run out. And then this is the blueprint for a small or medium-sized solar panel farm. So if I click this, no, actually one of those, you can see we're 830 megajoules. We're actually producing 79.5 megawatts, and we're using 70 odd at 6. Now, when they're all on, that's going to go boom. They'll just flat that out. They'll just bottom out. So, yeah, I've got real power issues here, which is why I've not beaconed much. I've really deleted them, and you can see the beacons go all the way along here, but I've deleted them and really cut down on everything because of the power usage. And I've got to get the hang of this because I've got a uranium mine here that I set up. As you can see, I'm not actually doing anything with it, but I've got the sulfuric acid in because this needs sulfuric acid as a mining fluid or something. So then uranium comes out. Where I can, if I can get one of those factories, let's go and grab the uranium power generator thing. It would be good to have that up running. I don't know how much pollution it causes though. Interesting to see actually. So let's run all the way down here. This is one big mall, isn't it? Right. In my additions to it also here, I've added a couple of the factories to make the modules. So if I grab one of those. I actually made one. No, so what does that need to make? Ah, right. Well, I've got to make concrete. That's it. I'm making stone here, but I've got to make concrete. To make concrete, what do we need? That one there. So that needs iron ore, 5 stone, and water. So that'll be up here somewhere because the water tanks are all here. I could maybe plonk that down here. I think I've got a pipe for these, haven't I? Yeah, I've got water coming down here anyway, so I can just do a branch out down here and carry on. Maybe make some concrete over here or something. I'll figure it out, or even in the gap here. It just depends how much it needs. Because iron, the problem, mind you, it needs iron ore, doesn't it? Oh, that's a pain. This is getting a bit of a tunnel spaghetti junction here, so it's like a bus but underground. So I've got to go basically get the ores. Where I'm coming out here, I've got a spare one. I'll put another splitter on, let's say, and then I'll have to branch bar underground the ore over this side, or the water this way. Because the stone is here, I'm going to need to be near the stone, so it's coming down here and here, so I could put a splitter here. So if I can get the iron ore, maybe come down via the tunnel here and then across. This is getting messy, this is. It will need to be rethought out again at some stage, but yeah, there's where we are with it at the moment. There are a couple of little extra bits, but that's basically where we got to. So I'll carry on, get this automation done hopefully, and then it'll be time to upgrade all the factories again. That can be done, but yeah, that's where we got to with it. It's a game of complete teardown and restarting all over again. It's just the way it works, nature of the beast. Wish I could remember who done the blueprint for the morgue, so I congratulate him. But you know, there's a couple of bits with it though. Like I say, the where it comes down. So for example, where did I do it now? Here we go. No, is that one of them? Yeah, this was one of them. So originally this came off side chute. So we'll see the side, see where the pipe is there that's got to be built. The splitter would push straight into this tunnel and it should then transport it to this, but it doesn't. It was here somewhere, but I had to redirect it because I don't know, it's weird. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Very strange thing. And it's like this one here, this had the same, but I couldn't get it to work, so I had to basically put in inserters that are grabbing a specific filtered item off the belts, putting it into this splitter here that then feeds the machine that needs it, and then that can let these build. It's very strange how this game works with these tunnels. Sometimes it'll work like it's working there. Other times it just will not work. It's very strange. It really is the way this thing works. It's working on this one. But other times it won't work and you have to manually do it. It's yeah, the way it is, but there's where we got up to. Okay guys, right, so I'm going to leave that episode 3. As usual, if you guys have got any advice or you want to contribute, then do comment, and I'll take it on board what I can, and we're all learning at the end of the day. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the series, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Till then, don't forget to like, subscribe, and all the rest of it, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.